Hi, friends. We're down on the date of November the 23rd, 2024. I gotta look at the computer. I don't have clocks in this room. It's about 9:30. Well, my friend says if I'm going to mount anything on this Facebook, I need to keep making videos. Well, that's good if you got a creative mind and that you have a lot of things to say. But I do have some things to say. Do you remember being a kid, a teenager? Do you remember being in your 20s? Do you remember being in your 30s and 40s? Do you remember wanting to date? Do you remember dating? Do you remember what you did on your dates? Did you remember what you tried to do on your dates? Do you remember what you wish you hadn't done on your dates? We're going back in history, folks. This is freelance. It's not planned, but I, 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 I used to write books. You know, if any of y'all want to study my books, you can look up my name on YouTube, not YouTube, but on Amazon. And the last four books have beautiful covers. They came out season of spring, season of fall, season of summer, season of winter. I mention those because if you contact me, I'm liable to sell them for half price and autograph them. I think they're about $10 a piece. And do I have one handy? Let's see. Here we go. I'll show you what they look like. Here's some now. These sell for around $10 on Amazon against their desire for me to sell them higher. Here's the center, the winner of winter. Not a beautiful cover. And on the back, I tell something special. Here's the Autumn of Love. Do you remember the hippie movement? That's a Volkswagen van, bus, or whatever. Something on the back. These are professionally done books, by the way. Winter of Love. Now, is that not a beautiful scene? And winter's coming up. Something on the back. How did I start off? Well, this was second edition of Touching You, Touching Me. You see a difference? I still sold 7 printings of these, but I improved the cover each time. This was my top seller. 7 printings. Okay, what's in them? Well, let's put a few words out. Throw them out, see if you can relate to them yourself. And I haven't planned what I'm going to read, so I may skip a few or wish I didn't read some that I did. I even cross streets, reaching out for your hand. Sad, isn't it? Listening to waves splashing, take, taking the bad and making it good. Can't give any comment about what I was thinking then. You would not give me a chance. You wanted to fall in love with everyone you met. Let me repeat that one. That hits me in the gut even today. You would not give us a chance. You wanted to fall in love with everyone you met. I never meant to love you, but my heart began to listen for your steps. You were always there. How was I to know that our time was about to end? And I need to read this one to you again. Listen, see if you can relate to it. You were always there. How was I to know that our time was about to end? Going to skip to another page here. Not going to read them all. And then another day, maybe tomorrow, I'll read from the other pages. I thought this life would last forever, with the seagulls flying over white sand. This is about me going to Florida all the time and meeting girls and like young people do. I love this one. How do I reverse time after the final breath to say I love you? How do I reverse time after the final breath to say I love you? Now, take that how you can. Did I wish I didn't say I love you? Is that what I meant back then? We missed our turn at a love that should have been. Ah! You know what I'm talking about there, don't you? Ladies and gentlemen, we missed our turn at a love that should have been. I'm going to finish this page up and close it down. Years have escaped since I once built castles in the sky, dream castles in the sky. Years has gone by. What we're referring to here is dream castles with a person that I met. Like I said, I hadn't looked at these for how many years? 50? So I'm not doing too good of a job picking the right ones. The other people picked this and typed it up and said, we like these verses or these lines from your books that you wrote back in the 70s and 80s. And if you're lucky and the chemistry is right, your world may be turned upside down, and your happiness and their happiness will become one. Now, let me read that again, because you'll relate to it maybe. And if you were lucky and the chemistry is right, your world may be turned upside down, and your happiness and their happiness will become one. And I love this one because it lasts forever. And if you don't think it lasts forever, how just a few words can last forever, think on this. Think about it early in your dating life, the middle of your dating life, and wherever you are now. Be careful not to rearrange me into your idea of a perfect person. It's worth saying again. Be careful not to rearrange me. Don't rearrange me into your idea of a perfect person. Oh, I love ending on this one. Let's end on a good one. I have forgotten the peace that comes from just being alone. The peace of just being alone. That's not so true when you're young, but when you get toward my age, it starts taking on a new form, doesn't it? Well, if you like it, feel free to hit subscribe and like. I've kept this one intentionally short because of two reasons. There's many pages here that people sent me they liked, and I don't want to bore you, and I want you to come back. And I want you to think about the ones that mean the most to you. Now, for all of you that have subscribed and written me notes, I'm still responding to your letters. I call them letters even though they're comments. I figure let's give it some dignity and call comments letters. I appreciate them. I'm going to get to them. I'm also on Facebook, and I get swamped with comments to write on that, and also on not too many on WordPress. So not many people know I'm on this, by the way, and this is the best channel I'm on. Facebook has it to where they'll only release 10, 15. Say I have, and I do, have almost 500 subscribers. Only 5, 6, 10 people will ever read what I write. And I wrote something today. Now, if you want to subscribe, that doesn't make you to Jim Wortham. That doesn't make you get my messages, my post. You have to actually go to Jim Wortham and go on that Facebook page of Jim Wortham to see everything that I have written. And there's a lot of poetry on there. There's a lot of poetry book on not Facebook, but WordPress. But on WordPress, let me give you the name. It's Jim Wortham .wordpress.com. I'm pretty sure that'll take you to about 200 of these marginally fair poems. JimWortham.wordpress.com. Some of them's pretty good. Some of them are my best and never published. And many of them are my worst and never published. Okay, so if you like poetic stuff, and I like to be using music behind me and stuff like that, but if you like this and want more, let me know. I had a couple people tell me when I put one poetry video on, please go a different direction. Talk about things that people want to know about, like psychological problems, because I've worked with people with psychological problems all my life, drug problems, all that stuff. I may have a few of each of those myself. So, especially the mental health problems, up and down and all around. You ever that way? Don't want to get up, can't go to sleep. You wake up and you have no energy. You don't want to do anything. Well, I got them too. We're the same. You and me. We're the same. And I'm glad you tuned in. And if you, I'll mention this again, want to get more of this free-flowing style of weirdness, let's just name it for what it is. It's weirdness. All you gotta do is punch the subscription. And I tell you what, I'm getting a lot of subscribers. It's over 200 now. Can you believe that? I've got over 200 subscribers. And all I do is just talk like this and act strange, weird. But I'll tell you this. I'm not using a robotic voice. I'm not reading something that's already prepared or written and having a voice repeat it through artificial intelligence. And you can tell I'm not showing pictures talking about things. I was looking at a YouTube the other day and it had the same picture on for 20 minutes. But because it was about Leonard Cohen, I like Leonard Cohen, the singer. I endured it, even though I like to have seen more than just one picture. Have we talked enough tonight? Have we chatted enough tonight? Have we chatted? You can chat back if you want to, because there's a message machine where you can leave a message. If you do that, give me a day or two to respond. I am slow. My mother told me I was. School people told me I was slow. So, give me a chance, a few days, to get back with you if you leave me a message. I'm not that slow. I'm not totally slow. Have a good night. God bless you. May God walk with you. May God give you a great week. May God prevent you from having accidents. May God give you a good life. Good night.